All right, here we go. 4.2, logarithmic functions, many times referred to as log functions, right? So that's what we're getting into. What is a log function? It is the inverse of an exponential equation. Okay, we just talked inverse. Remember, inverse is when you replace y in x and then you resolve it, right? But now when the x is in the exponent, it makes it kind of tough. So what we do for exponential equations is we use logarithmic functions as the inverse. So here we go. Look at this right here, and you might want to draw this out for yourself. And I'll go ahead and draw it just so you can see what I'm talking about. So some number to some power x, right? So it's only exponential if the x is in the exponent, is equal to some value a, okay? And so let's say that we knew the base and we knew this, and we need to know what power gets us there. Now, we can figure that out if they're perfect powers, but it's so hard to otherwise. So check this out. We are always going to use, and I'm going to kind of color code this too, log, and then the base of the log is the base that we are working with. So log base b of, now we're going to take this value right here, and it's going to become the value we sit there, and then that will be equal to our exponent. Okay? So this right here, yes, we can do calculator functions. So we're going to do some calculator functions to help us out here in just shortly, okay? So we need to write each exponential equation in logarithmic form. So let's try it with some actual numbers. So you got 2.4 to the 0 is equal to 1. So here it is. Are you ready? Let's do this. Log base 2.4 of 1. I'll put the 1 right here. Log base 2.4 of 1 should equal 0. That's it right there. And yes, we can do a calculator function if we need to shortly. Let's try this one. Ready? Log base 4. And so you notice, see how I write it as a subscript, base 4 of 8 is equal to 1.5. Okay? Let's try this one. Ooh, is that a negative number? That's okay. Log base 10 of 0.01 is equal to negative 2, right? That always pops down here. All right, let's do one more. If you need to, pause it, try it, check it again. Log base 3 of 243 is equal to x. All right, there you go. That is writing that out. Let's go backwards. What do you say? Okay, here we go. Write each log function, equation in exponential form. You ready to try this? Okay, base is 4, so we're going to start with base 4. This is the exponent, right? So this is what used to be, remember over here, it's the exponent, it's the exponent, it's the exponent, it's the exponent. So this becomes the exponent, should be equal to, then this now comes over here, 0.0625. Okay, let's try the next one. Here we go, ready? Base, what, is that base in x? Yes, the base is x of, now this becomes the exponent, x to the third power is equal to negative 16. Right? Okay, let's try the next one. Base 0.9 to the second power is equal to 0.81. All right, last one. Here we go. Base 6 to the third power is equal to x, some value. All right. So this is just conversion from exponential to logarithmic or logarithmic to exponential. Be able to do the conversion. Okay, we're going to work this out without a calculator. Let's see if we can do this. Here we go. All right, log 7. So that means my base is 7. And let's just do like this, is equal to some value. What is that value? Oh, that's our exponent. X to some power is equal to 343. All right, so let's see. 7 to the first power would be 7. 7 squared would be 49. 7 to the third power would be 343. Oh, guess what? The power is equal to 3. Yay, we got that. Okay, let's try again. You ready? Base 3. Oh, let me just say equals x. To some power is equal to 1/9. Okay, let me think about some values for x. So what if x is 1? My answer would be 3, because 3 to the first power would be 3. If my x was 2, it'd be 3 squared, which is 9. Oh, that's close, except that 9's on the bottom of a fraction. How do we change it? Oh, guess what? Make it a negative exponent. X is equal to -2. If I put the -2 right there, guess what? It shifts it to the bottom and it squares it. So it's going to be 1/9. That's it. Nice. Okay, let's move on. Base 0.5 to the x, because it's equal to x. Sorry, I keep forgetting to write that. Is equal to 0.25. What if we squared 0.5? Guess what you get? 0.25. I guess x is going to equal to 2. Just square it, and you're going to get your value. Okay, let's try the last one here. 1.2. 1.2, set it equal to x to some power should equal 1.44. Now think 12 and 144, 1.2, 1.44, right? Again, let's just square it. So x is equal to 2. If you square it, you are going to get 1.44. All right. We got it right there. That's it. So that's trying to think about logs without having to even use a calculator yet. We're going to get into calculator. Do not worry about that. We will get there soon. But let's do this right here. Let's talk about graphing logs. Remember, logs are inverses of exponentials. We talked about this in 4.1. Think about exponential growth is going to look like this. Exponential decay is going to look like this. What did we say inverses were? Oh, that's if you take this line, y equals x, and you invert it. So guess what the inverse is going to be? A mirror of the red, right? So it's going to look like this right here. It's going to go whoop, and the inverse of the blue, it's going to go whoop, right? So it's going to be, they're always going to be reflections of each other on that one. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong for the blue. That's not a reflection. Reflection looks more like this. So it's going to be like that. But anyway, so that's conceptually trying to think about it. But how do we graph, right? So the way that we graph, the way that we've been doing a lot of graphing in here, let's just do it with these values for my x, and let's flip it, right? So here we go. X and y. So they want us to graph the original function first, which is 5 of x. So they want x to be -1, or sorry, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 1.5. So I'm actually going to get a calculator to help me out with this, right? Because I don't want to have to always try to do this thing by hand. So I'm grabbing my calculator right now. All right, 5 to the -2 power. 5 to the -2 power. I'm going to do that without a calculator. I know that one. That is going to be -2 is going to send it below. 5 squared is 25, so it's 1/25. All right, let's try a -1 power in there. 5 to the -1 is 1/5. 5 to the 0, anything to the 0 is 1. 5 to the first is 5. 5 to the 1.5, that's the one I don't want to do. So 5 to the 1.5 in my calculator, and it gives me 11.18. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Let's do a quick graph. Well, let me do this in a different color. Let's do a quick graph. -2, -1, 1, and let's go 2, so then we'll find the 1.5 is kind of the in-between marks here. All right, 0.5 marks. All right, so when it's -2, we're almost to 0, right? It's so small. When I'm at -1, it's still really small. When I'm at 0, it's at 1. Let me put some hash marks on here. We're at 1. When I'm at 1, I'm at 5. 1, 2, 3. I should actually make these a little bit smaller. Okay. When I'm at 1, I'm at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. And then at 1.5, we're way up there, right? So exponential growth looks like this. We just did these things this chapter, okay? So how do we change this, right? Remember that if we're going to do the log, we could literally just change this, or what have we talked about last time? We swap these two. So for this one, I'm going to do it in red. So my inverse, let's talk inverse, is swapping these. So then I'm going to have, -125, or 1 over 25, 1 over 5, 1, 5, and 11.18. And then I am going to end up with a -2, -1, 0, 1, and 1.5, right? So we're swapping them to create the inverse. I'm going to do this in red. You ready? Here we go. So when x is equal to 1, almost 0, it's equal to -2. So let me at least put these on -1, -2, -3, -4, stuff like that. -1, so we're at -2. So we're real close there. When we're at 1/2, we're at -1, so it's a little bit further away. When we're at 1, we're at 0. Okay. When we're at 5, we're at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do that. And then we're at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 1. So I'm up here. And then when I'm at 11, we're at 1.5. So it's up here somewhere. All right, so check out this graph here. It kind of looks like that exponential growth, but it's going sideways. Again, why? Because it was reflected across the line y equals x. That's our reflection line. And check out how it kind of reflects across there. Perfect. So how are we going to graph? Give me some xy values, invert them, literally switch x and y. Remember, that's what we talked about all in 4.2. Switch x and y. Okay, pull out your calculator now. Here we go. We are going to do a chemistry problem where they give us a log function here. What is the pOH of water? The acid potential of a solution is given by pOH, where pOH is equal to negative log OH negative, and OH negative represents the concentration of hydroxide ions in moles per liter. The water in one sample contains hydroxide ion concentration of, and they give us a number. What is the pOH of the water? Literally just going to put this stuff into our calculators. Now, here's what I need you to know. Your calculator has two different buttons on it. Now, I want you to look at a TI 83, 84, something like that, a graphing calculator, right? Trying to do this on a non-graphing calculator, you can still find some non-graphing calculators that do this, but I want you to find one of two buttons. So I'm going to draw out my button here. One button just says log on it. And then there's another button, see if you can find this. It says LN. So when you see a log button, that really means log base 10. And then you put your number in here, log base 10 of something. If you see LN, I know it's weird, but that's called natural log, right? That's what natural log, that's the L and the N is for natural and log, although it's log naturel. I don't know, maybe it's French. So then it's log base E. That's a funny base. Yeah, E is actually a number, log base E, and then you put your number in there. So right now, we're not going to really use this right this minute. We'll use this later on, but let's stick with this. See if you can find that log button, log base 10. You know, since we count in tens, right, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, we count in tens, we got 10 fingers, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do everything in base 10. You know that that's our normal counting structure is base 10. So we do log base 10. Okay, so we're literally going to find that in here. Okay, so here's what they're asking on the question. What is the pOH? And then we're just going to do this negative log, right? And then they say OH negative, and they give us a value for OH negative. It's this number. I'm literally going to do this. 0.000000. Let me make sure I got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros, and finally a 4. Literally just going to plug that in. That's what it is. Now, if you see log and they did not put a number here, right? They did not put the base number there. That means it is log base 10. Whoop, that's that guy right there, okay? So let's put this into our calculator. Open your calculator with me, if you will, okay? Hit the negative sign, negative. Hit your log button, log. 0.1234567 8 zeros, and finally a 4. Here's what I get. POH is equal to 8.398. And that's it. Okay? We're going to learn to use that log button in our calculator. Right? So what if I said log of 5? Go ahead and try that real quick. So let's go log 5. Try it in your calculator. I get 0.69897. What if I said log, remember these are bases, right? So log of 100, I would expect a 2 because 10 squared would be 100. But let's try it. Log 100 equals, yep, 2. Okay? Try to use that log function in your calculator. Let's see how that goes, and then we'll use that in class.